Hi everyone. It's your girl Francia, aka Franny B, and I said that I was gonna try to do these lives when I'm feeling like once or twice a week. I probably come online, and when I'm feeling it, I'll come outside. And today is another beautiful day, so I said I will come online to talk. Went for a walk this morning, and all my lives are going to be based on what I am downloading for what I've downloaded when I go for my nature walks. And this morning, as I was walking, it was talking about setting your intention for the day, or setting your intention. Hi, whoever's watching me. I am just talking. I just came off my daily prayer call, and I wanted to come online just to talk about finding your purpose through your passion. As I'm a career counselor, personal coach, there's a lot of things that we as a people have as gifts and talent, and what we are passionate about. Honestly and truly, we have to find positions. We have to find roles that involve what we love. And I know there's a lot of people that are out here working in companies that they're not loving what they're doing, right? Or they got bored. After a while, you get bored in doing the same thing over and over and over and over. And sometimes you do need to make that change, and that change can really make a difference in your attitude, your outlook on life, your home life, your work life. That change can really make a difference. And so for me, as I was walking this morning, I was thinking about people finding their purpose through their passions. And honestly and truly, you have to set the intention. Like for me, I enjoy helping people find work. But I did that for so long, with helping people find work just for stability and security. But I realized that that was not the end all or be all. You have to find work that you love, that you enjoy, because eventually it's gonna break down. Eventually you're gonna get resent. You're gonna resent being in a position that you don't love. You're gonna drag yourself to there. You're gonna have issues with your coworkers. You're gonna have issues with your boss, and eventually you're gonna be miserable. And all of that, you will be miserable. So, now that this pandemic is here, a lot of people have been laid off from jobs. A lot of people are unemployed. A lot of people are looking for work. But as I am myself, just launching my business, walking away from my company, like I had my stable job, I was working, I enjoy doing recruitment and employment. But a couple of years before that, I was like, I am not fully enjoying this anymore. I've been doing this for so long. I needed a change. So what happened when COVID came in, and I got really stressed out and had to take some time off from work. It was like that was the catalyst for me to really start looking for what I wanted. What Before I go back into something that I was not going to enjoy anymore, just started creating something that I love. And I really do love helping people. I do love talking to people and hearing their stories, hearing their journeys, putting them in positions that they're gonna make a difference in, that they actually love, instead of just sending people to jobs just for stability and security. That's not what I realized that there was a shift in me, and that's not what I want to do anymore. I just want to make sure that I am contributing to people's lives in a positive way, where they actually are going to love what they do, and in loving what they're doing, they're going to make a difference, not only for themselves but the company that they work for. Because it don't make no sense me sending people to jobs that they don't love. That's going to be counterproductive. They're going to start off going there working, and then they're going to end up being resentful for the job. Like, it's gonna go downhill. So I wanted to stop in my tracks of doing the same thing over and over and over. And in this new era of us really stepping into our truth, stepping into our power, doing what we love, I wanted to make that difference for me. And I know So in this the recruiting, what I am doing right now for career counseling, personal coaching, and I'm starting a program. I just started to think about it. I was talking to my Nina, life coach, and I have to start creating this program. But I think I'm gonna call it finding your purpose through your passion for the program. And the first thing that I want to talk about is setting that intention. For me, I don't want you to quit your job. I don't want you to leave your relationship. I don't want you to ignore your family members. Because in all of this, there's a lot that have to give. You have to reconcile with a lot. So for me, as a career counselor, I don't want you to just get up and quit your job. I want you to recognize that you are not happy there. And in recognizing that you are not happy there, maybe look around and see if in that same environment, in that same company, if there's another role that would be ideal for you. And if you have the skills, like, why do you think that you want, if there's a role that is in there for you, what kind of skills do you have? Are they going to hire you based on those skills and put you in those roles? Like, for me, this is what I want, what I'm recognizing for, and wanting to help people. We all have to set the intention, first of all, of what we want. And setting the intention is very important. If you are working in a company and you don't love that environment anymore, you don't even love the job anymore, you have to set the intention of finding the job that you want. And first of all, you have to know what you want. You have to know what you want. You have to know what you're passionate about. You have to know what makes you tick, what fills your cup, what makes you happy. And in knowing what makes you happy, that's how you're going to start setting the intention of, okay, I like IT. Okay, what kind of position in IT do you like? And why do you like it? You have to start asking yourself those questions. That's for me, why I enjoy working as a career counselor and personal coach is because I wanted to get to know people's story. And then getting to know people's story, I know what skills stands out for me for them. And a lot of the times, a lot of people don't know that there's specific skills that really do stand out, and that they should be in those different kind of positions based on those skills. And a lot of the times, people don't fully appreciate that they have these unique skills and talent. Everybody have a different perspective. Your attention to detail might be totally different than my attention to detail. Like, it's the same language, but honestly and truly, me and you could be looking at the same thing and seeing something totally different. What's unique to you? What is your purpose? That's another thing that I realized too, that you have to ask, what is your purpose? A lot of people don't even know the purpose of living. They're just getting up and going and getting up, going to work and coming home, eating, going to sleep, doing the same thing over and over and over and over. And that cycle of living is like insanity sometimes, because you're not striving. You're just going through the motion of getting up, going to work, coming home, getting up, going to work, coming home. So what we all have to do is really look at our lives and see, where do we want to strive? Is it our relation? Like, in general, the whole thing should be striving in every single thing. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you can only be happy in one aspect of your life. No, you have to be happy in all aspects of your life, in your relationship, in your jobs, and in your home. But you also have to go in and look at your life and see where you haven't reconciled, where the hurt and the pain and the trauma and the abuse that you did not confront back then, you have to confront that right now. As I was on my prayer call today, I was talking and I said, we are talking about a pandemic of COVID, but there's a pandemic of mental health that is really coming up to the forefront. 2020, 2021, 2022 is going to show a lot of people who really needs help, who haven't confronted their pain and their trauma and their abuse, and not realizing that they're really resilient and strong. Recognizing that all of those things, the pain and the trauma, once you look at it and you confront it and you say, you know what, that happened to me, and you're able to talk about it and normalize it and not hide behind it, and let people know, so other people can come forward and say, you went through that, I went through that as well. So, you know, I don't want to go on and lecture anyone, but I believe that there's a huge mental health issue that we are all ignoring. And once we start to really acknowledge what needs to be acknowledged, I think that the world is going to be a better place, because there's a lot of things that are going on that we are ignoring. I said on Sunday, we are ignoring a lot, and I think that right now, instead of ignoring it, we have to really look at it and acknowledge it for what it is. Bring awareness to the situation so that we can heal, and we can help those who need helping. People are not out here angry over no reason. There's a lot of anger, there's a lot of animosity, there's a lot of resentment for a lot of different things that we have shoved underneath the table, that we have ignored. And it's not about ignoring these things anymore. It's actually confronting them and looking at them and being aware of them, so that we can actually heal. We have a foundation. The foundation that was built. I believe our whole existence, the foundation wasn't built sturdy. That's why there's so much clashes and so much wars and so much speaking of different issues and things that. But if we start really talking about what is affecting us, truly affecting us, and bring that awareness not only to ourselves but society in general, we will be able to help so many people. But I don't want to go on. I said, let me just jump on, and the whole point of me coming online is to start. If you want to start making the changes in your life, you don't have to make drastic change. You need to look at your life and see where is that you need fixing. Where is it that there's a void? Where is it? You can be happy in your relationship but not happy in your job. You can be happy in your job but your relationship is suffering. Your home life is suffering. Your relationships with your families, your friends is suffering, because there's a void there. So we have to start seeing, asking, this void that is in me, how do I fill it? What does it need filling with? Let me be aware of what needs fixing. How can I fix it? How can I recognize that this is the issue? And you know what? The first thing that we all have to do is just start setting the intention of filling the void. Filling the void with love of ourselves, filling the void with compassion, with empathy for ourselves, and start making steps that is going to be beneficial not only for ourselves but the people around us. But it all starts with us. At the end of the day, it all starts with us. It starts with yourself. Being aware that you are not happy. That's the first thing. And then you ask the question of, how can I make myself happy? Is it my job that is the problem? Is that my relationship? Is it my relationship with my spouse? Is it the relationship with my kids? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing to help with my kids properly? And it could be family. It could be a family issue where you're not speaking to somebody in your family because of some miscommunication or something that, really was hurtful and harmful. And then you have to start from there. So you have to set the intention now of really trying to resolve and heal. How are you going to heal things? By acknowledging them and by setting the intention that you are ready to heal. So when you're ready to recognizing that, when you're ready to heal something, it's a process. For me, there was a lot that I had to heal in my childhood, and a lot of things that I have created stories in my head about situations as a little girl, as an only child. And you know what? Now that I'm older, I'm able to look at them in a different perspective, a different light. But if I didn't take a step back and start analyzing why I was thinking the way I was doing as a little girl, I would not be, as an adult now, be able to heal it and have a better relationship with my mom, have a better relationship with my daughter, have a better relationship with my family and my friends, and having a better relationship with my clients, because I'm able to use my lived experience to make a difference. And we all have to realize that our lived experience is what we have to make a difference in not only our lives but other people's lives, because we have to let people know that they're not alone. You are never alone. Your story, you might be thinking that your story is the worst story, but there's other people out here that have gone through so much worse. And not that we are not gonna downplay anyone's story or pain or trauma, but we have to also realize that because of your resilience, because of your strength, you're still opening up your eyes. Even though you might not want to open up your eyes because of what happened to you, you are still opening up your eyes, and that means that your story needs to be told. So either way, as I said, this is some things that I want to start doing daily, coming down here and just speaking. And hopefully that when anyone that come across my message, come across my videos, they're able to listen to them and be able to pick sense from nonsense. Pick anything out of it that is going to resonate and makes a difference, so for them to really start looking at themselves and seeing how powerful they are. Take that control back. How are you going to take that control back? By doing what is right for you. Not doing what's right for your husband, doing what's right for your employer, doing what's right for your kids, your parents, doing what's right for you. At the end of the day, you have to live your life. And in living your life, you're going to make decisions based on how you feel, not how anyone else feel. You know, we always put put everyone in front of us. This is the time right now, during this COVID, during all of this thing that is going on, where we have to put ourselves, our mental health, our mind, our body, and our souls have to align, and we all have to love and be willing to heal and do what's right for us, not anyone else. Because if we put everybody else before us and we take that back seat, that's how we hurt ourselves. That's how we harm ourselves. So putting ourselves first is key. Having that confidence in ourselves, telling ourselves that we can do things. Just like I told you, my friend Nina, she have this I can create life program that she's going on right now, and it's like, really and truly, we have to start telling ourselves that we can do these things. We can leave the job and go over the grass. We always hear the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener. If we tell ourselves that the grass is greener, trust and believe the grass is greener. But if we tell ourselves the grass is not greener, you know what? When we get over there, the grass will not be greener. We are manifesting that the grass is not greener. We have to start recognizing that we cannot keep living in misery or being in that comfort zone of misery, not loving what we are doing. It's just hindering us. So that's why I keep saying, I got the download that change is good. Change is good because of what we've been doing for so long, and we realize that it's not working, but because we are familiar with it, we know the good and the bad in it, so we want to continue doing it because that's what we all know. But you know what insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting the different results. You can't be doing the same thing and not expect to expect something different. We have to recognize that doing something different brings different results. We have to love who we are. Hi, whoever's watching me. I just decided to come online just to talk. I had a download about setting the intention. Every day, setting the intention of what you want to do and what you want to change about yourself and your life. Even if it's your job, your relationship, you have to start setting intentions that are going to be beneficial to you. That letting go of control, not letting people control who you were or what you're doing anymore. Just you deciding what you want and making that decision. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. You have been so supportive. So I want to thank everyone for joining me. And that's what I have to say today. Set the intention of, I am going to make a difference. What difference do you want to make in your life? What change do you want to see in your life? Is it a relationship change? Is it a work change? Is it a family? Making sure that you speak into your family. Different things. There's so many different things out here people are going through. And if you set the intention that you want to make the change and make a difference, not only your life, but in the people's around you life, because your happiness is based on you. No one else. Nobody can make you happy, and that's a lot of things. A lot of people out here depend on other people to make them happy. When in actuality, it's them that is making themselves happy. Happiness is a state of mind. Love is a state of mind. Peace is a state of mind. We can all have those. We all have those things. It's a part of us. It's just tapping into them. Anger is a state of mind. Jealousy, hatred, all of those things is a state of mind. You decide that you hate things. You decide that you're jealous of somebody else. You decide that you want to compete. All of those negative things. And then you can switch it over. You can decide that you want to be loved. You want to be compassionate. You want to be empathetic. You want to, all of these other positive things. There's two parts of you. And you have to decide which is worthy of you, what you want to do. What are you doing right now that is of darkness, that is not of making you happy? And then you have to switch it. It's not an easy task to just switch it, but if you take one step to start switching things up and see the change that you are starting to make will make a difference. So we all have to start making changes in our lives. So the best thing to do is to set an intention and start making that. When you set that intention, look and see where you can start taking steps to make sure that intention that you set is coming into play. So anyhow, I am going. I know today is a beautiful day again in Toronto, and I love this beautiful weather. So let me come outside and talk for a little bit. And I don't know who's watching me. Say hi. But either way, I am not going to stay too long. I was talking for a little while. Just set the intention of what you want. Start manifesting exactly what you want, and make it positive. Like make positive changes in your life. It's going to make a huge difference, and not only in your life but in other people. Like, you don't even know how that domino effect of you impacting other people can make that difference. It's so beneficial when you start thinking positive and start doing positive things. Like, you know what I mean? But either way, like what I'm doing right now, coming online to talk. This is something that I want to start doing more of, and I am going to start doing more of. If it tells me to come online and talk, I will talk. Either way. But I want to say thank you and goodbye.